Hello Capricorn, kia ora koutou katoa, welcome to my YouTube channel and thank you so much for joining me and watching my videos. I want to say thank you to everybody who has liked or subscribed to my channel, left comments and also who have shared my videos as well. So I really do appreciate that. I also like to say thank you to those of you who I'm going to invite now to subscribe to my channel as well if you haven't done that yet. So thank you, a great big thank you in advance for that. So the other thing I just want to talk about here before I get started and have a kōrero with these about these cards that have come up is if these just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it doesn't resonate, then don't try and make it fit. So it should just just flow nicely for you. On saying that, check out what your other signs are saying for you, whether it resonates or not, because it can give you a bit more of an overview of what could be going on for you for this month of October. So today I'm recording your videos, or this video, it's the 1st of October. There is before, look, this is like the third shot, the third take, and there was already these cards here, so 1, 2, 3, or actually the fourth one, and I'm like, what the hell? So there's a sense of like being a little bit tongue-tied there, or maybe so something, maybe like you may be stopping yourself from saying something, to someone or about something, or whatever a subject, and just holding, not biting your tongue, or some of you might have bitten your tongue because you're trying to hold your tongue, hold your words back, but so there may be something like that where you're feeling a little bit blocked or unable, or there may be a firewall. But what I'm hearing Spirit is saying is just like, it's really just, what I'm hearing is like keeping the peace. So there may be something like that going on for you at the moment. I feel like that energy is going to change, because there's been a little bit of that, I've started off with all the videos pretty much with something that's coming up like right now. So I'm feeling as I'm going go on or move on with the reading, it starts to shift away. So something is definitely shifting, is moving there for you. But it's really up to you whether that happens or not, because, there's generally, there's a lot of, or a bit of in a week for us to do at times. So anyway, oopsie daisy, I have no idea. Okay, there's something coming through here. I was actually going to, when I say I had no idea that was going to happen, so some, Spirit had come through there. I can see something coming through there as well. So anyway, we're starting with these unicorn cards, because the energy is shifting, and so there's a lot of beautiful new magical energy that's coming through if we allow that to happen. So I was only going to do like 5 card spread with that. So these basically are an overview of what could be going on for you this month. And so like I say, just take what does resonate and leave what does not. So we're going to do 3 rows. I'm going to use 2 other different tarot cards to just bring out the messages a little bit more. Okay, so we'll finish what you've started. So you've started something important, and now it's time to complete it. So some of you may be on on that waka, or was on a waka, and you maybe popped it aside for a little bit. But I feel like that's this obviously the cards are saying here, like, picking that up again, and continuing with it. Then we have curiosity here is the next card, and that one talks about, start a project. Oh my God, I have not seen this card. Start a project related to something you're curious about. So it could have something to do like this with finish what you started. It could be that and then doing something which will lead you to do something else. Could be in conjunction as well. So there's something going on there with that, which is kind of uncanny. Water here, drink more water and eat foods with water in them, such as fresh fruits and vegetables. So some of you may be lacking in there, in that department is why the card has popped up. Brothers and sisters, there is to get along with others, see the love and the best within them. Yeah, I totally get that. It's sometimes we've got to have a look in the mirror, with ourselves, and we don't have to buy into, this or that or whatever, and just realize that, sometimes people, are going through stuff and we don't actually have to tolerate it, but, and it's not, it's just shifting it around and sending love anyway, okay? Because you can lead a horse to water, but you can't always make it drink, And sometimes you can, the horse will drink. It's not so much you make it drink, but sometimes you offer it and, the horse will drink. But on saying that, there is something that I feel like on, with some, and that is like reflecting, with yourself, reflection with yourself. So the last card here is on this row is like believe in yourself. See yourself doing well and you will. So there's a few things going on there for this month, and probably I would say is you're connected in some way with a situation, but some of you may have different situations that are going on, and there's a little bit of everything going on there. Okay, so anyway, and then we have these three here that have come together. Is just be yourself. You're a great person. Enjoy being yourself. So I feel like there's somebody actually coming through with a message with this one in particular. So family culture, learn more about your family stories and history. So there's something about that as well. That could be about this part here and bringing in family together. And there may be a little bit of resistance from some, and some is like blah, 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 but it's, what? You can only do what you can. So love from your parents. No matter what, your mother and your father love you as much as they can. So I feel like, obviously, this card has come up through here. So there's kind of, I'm leaving that to the side because those three come out together. So some of you will definitely get that part and not the rest. Some of you will get that and not that. So like I say, just take what does resonate and leave what does not. So there's a beautiful message there for some parents there who probably, I'd say these parents that were coming here are in spirit. However, there are a few of you, I feel like, these parents of yours may be in the physical here and maybe encouraging, and you may be feeling a little bit with that. I don't know with what is going on in there, but it's like just remembering that, basically. Okay, so we'll see what is coming out with these cards to give you a little bit more information about what could be going on there for you. And the next round is generally what's been happening here is about, how, maybe what you need to look at a little bit more deeper, okay? So I'm going to pull this one out here. We'll see what happens. Okay, I'm just going to go this way to pull out cards from here. We're going to go for this one. And, that's kind of interesting. The Two of Cups, that one wants to come out. The World. Then we have the Three of Cups, and then we have here the Five of Wands. Wow. And interesting. And I want to go, okay, that's this one here that I'm really wanting to pull out. This one here, the Four of Swords, and we have one for this one as well, which is the King of Cups. Okay, which totally makes sense because the King of Cups coming out. So the King of Cups in there is really what it's talking about for me, is being in control, leading the way, and being in control of your emotions. So in control, not forcibly, like on saying that, this is like genuinely in control of your emotions and staying in that cool, calm space without any judgments attached to it. So this is about, going a little bit deeper, and it's just like, okay, whatever is going on there, I'm going to like lead the way basically, and not allow any my emotions or any emotions especially your own, get caught up in the way there, okay? So this is about grounding yourself, basically. So anyway, we're going back here into this begin with, finish what you started. So the Two of Cups here, so you might have started something with a friend, okay? And you might have started, with friendships or a partner or some sort there. So there may be something here where a friend may actually, for some of you, help push you out of that little funny little funky space you've got yourself into of non-movement and picking that up again. So, and then just getting things going again. So there may be a little bit of encouragement there, and it may be that you draw a friend in toward you, or the friend comes to you and you ask them for some help with this project or whatever it is that you've started in working towards completing it. So then we have curiosity here with this one, starting a project. The World is open. This is the World here. So I feel like this is kind of connected in here, like what had come up before, but it's like finishing off one thing and then starting another before you end up going into this. So I feel like for some of you that will be the case, and that may be how you think, and how you roll. But this one here is like, this is not gonna, this is about getting this one started. So you may already have an idea, as like you're maybe curious about something, and maybe studying something, whatever that is, and learning something through a workshop space, not necessarily going to uni or something like that, and doing some sort of tertiary course. It could be anything, like you may be wanting to study, something like Reiki or something. You may be wanting to learn how to use your camera better, whatever it is. There's something about that. Maybe you're wanting to learn how to build your own deck, decking, from the house or something like that, whatever it is. But the world is out there. So there's so much, there's so much information out there that we can learn. So I feel like this is like opening up your world of your knowledge, opening up your world of you, and allowing you to allow yourself to just have a go and experience it. And I remember many years ago, and I thought, I'm going to line the garage, a certain area of the garage anyway, and gibbet and whatnot. And my parents came over and said, what did you, who did that? And I'm thinking, I did, and I plastered it and everything. But it's me. And they go, well, what made you do that? And I said, because I wanted to do it, and so and I but you can, but I learned, I'd seen enough from, learning from my dad, and, when he used to do building projects around the house and things like that. And my uncle around that, when I was younger. So, so I had a little bit behind there, but at the end of the day, you just ask for help, and basically. And so I kind of figured it out anyway. And like I say, I had a little bit, of knowledge in the sense of helping Dad and my uncle, and and doing a bit of it anyway. But it's just kind of like taking, for me to do it on my own. So it's taking something out of, and I just feel like there is this inner knowledge and this that we have in there, and what I didn't know, I just drew on that. So it's kind of like, that inner knowledge, which is kind of like, it just came. So I feel like this is like, opening your world up and just experimenting and having a to-do anyway. And then you can Google it. We've got, lots of different, other, or go on to like YouTube again, whatever, on the internet, and, asking people, and there's a lot of different information out there. So it could be something like that you are, working with, or something, a project like that, whatever it is for you is what it is. And it could be, an art project, they're just throwing that in there now, or something, or a project where you're screen printing a t-shirt or something for your business, or something you just want to have to do a mock-up or something like that. Whatever that is, it's like I say, it's like just giving it a shot, or exploring that anyway, and then asking for help along the way, or suggestions along the way. So then we have water here. So drink more water and eat foods with water in them, such as fresh fruits and vegetables. So that one there, so you may be lacking, some of you maybe feeling a little bit dehydrated and wondering why you're getting these headaches, or why you're feeling a little bit tired. So replenishing and hydrating yourself can really, really super help with that. The Three of Cups is here, so it's water. And I'm hearing like that, friends, this is like this usually is a lot like with Three of Cups, I'm hearing, this can be, content. Because normally can be like bringing like a circle of friends can be around, or in that sense, like you're feeling quite content in yourself, where there is relationships are great and good around you, your relationship with yourself and other people that are in your circle and that sort of thing. So it's interesting, I'm having a bit of a giggle here, there's some of these in the background, like there may be a water hole that you're meeting to meet at, and it could be a water hole that's going to have a wee drink and lunch and something like that. It could be going for a cup of tea or a coffee as well. But I'm hearing like, bringing some foods as well in there to help lift your soul basically, and lift your spirits and emotionally. So, that's like, but I'm hearing that, so actually water is your friend basically. So it's kind of like, and drinking from that fountain of youth, being the water in the cup, to help hydrate. Well, there's somebody here that's really like, in some bodies actually. So the cards are just like, being open, allowing yourself to be able to try different ways of, with water as well. So in order to, help replenish your energy, basically. Okay, that's interesting. So I have no idea where that was going, but anyway, some of you will understand that. So anyway, we have brothers and sisters here to get along with others, see the love and the best within them. So they're just, I notice I'm reading these cards again. So out again. So there's something that about that with some of you that was probably coming up with you, Capricorn. 5 of Wands here. So there's something about getting on. There may be a little bit of friction there or something that may come up around your brothers and sisters. It could be to do with your brothers and sisters, but I'm just hearing not to light too much fire with that. But I feel like they're not actually combating or hitting each other on saying that, making contact, but there's something that something may have come up with you and only you about something that's going on that you may be working through or with. So, and it could be like literally that you are working with something on with your family as well. So this here, they're talking about believe in yourself here, and see yourself doing well, and you will. With this 4 of Swords, it's like, I feel like it's time to there is something about you may have been through a bit of disappointment and stuff like that with this incident here, or this may be replaying back in your life again, or you may be literally, or you may be going through and maybe remembering something, and processing that. So, but they're talking about believe in yourself, taking a little bit of a rest, and you putting your swords up, not above you as in so they fall down, but to the side, so you can just rest in that and contemplate and not take, and figure out what there was, and so you can move on. So now we're moving through into, so this, October seems to be you moving through, allowing yourself to explore different things and learn, well, not so much, not fully different things, but that too, but, finishing, tying up loose ends here with certain things that you've started. I feel like some of these things are, could be, finding ways to, or some things are maybe naturally coming together, but there's some teamwork there that is required, maybe more than 2, but I'm feeling like this could be more than 2. So it's like in a way, there's a celebration, and you may be meeting at a waterhole, and basically, anyway, we're just saying. So here we have the 4 of Pentacles. So there may be something about you stopping yourself there from holding on too tightly to something, because this is about, you may be, whether it's it could be money, finances, where you're looking at this side of things that could be to do with it, and why you haven't, why you put it aside. And it may be like you may be even thinking that now, but I'm hearing there's something is turning around. So this is also about partnership, working together with somebody as well to help complete that. And to allow that, so to allow yourself to finish it so you can move through or move on to the next one, one or ones, the next step of something anyway. But this is about letting that go, basically. And it could be to do with some family stuff as well, but I'm feeling a lot of it could be about money or energy as well. And sometimes, and I have some of you I hear, and you may not have had, say, like family support behind you to do it. So it's like, okay, there's something, let's just putting out that energy of let's just complete this, sort this out. Okay, so then we have the 7 of Cups coming through here with this curiosity, with the next card and planting, with this planting, they're just planting the seed actually of this project here. So the 7 of Cups is this is about your dreams basically, and going for, sometimes we have, we have these things that we're wanting to do, and, in the future. So what I'm hearing is putting out for what you do want, going for the dreams that you do want, not the dreams that you don't want, It's funny how sometimes we can put down, put a negative sort of energy to something, what if something, this doesn't work out. So, I mean, no, you're not looking at, you're not moving into something that is not going to work out. You're moving to something that's going to work out, in whatever way, or shape or form is, it's going to work out. But it's like looking towards or forward to the best possible outcome, and bringing those energies around you. So there's something about there, and looking outside of the square, looking at the world, and because the world is about completion as well, ending something as well, something that's coming to an end, where you can allow yourself, because this is what this is about, to go into this, be curious again and open up something or do something, whatever that is. Could be a business for some of yous. with this project, and it may be in your that's something that you've dreamed about. So even like that, and it's maybe been before you might have thought it was just a fantasy, and not a dream, a fantasy that's not going to come true. You put it in that basket. And what if it is, a dream that is going to come true? That could be a fantasy as well that can come true as well. So it may be that you're turning this, what is deemed, some people may have deemed it to be a fantasy, but actually, for you it was a dream. That's their fantasy, not yours. So kind of those, so there's a few things going on there. So it's kind of like this going for, moving towards what you dream about rather than what you don't, the dreams that you want to fulfill rather than the dreams that you don't want to fulfill, basically. So this water thing, where are we going with that? Come on. Okie dokie. Nope, that's 3 there. I'm only wanting one spirit. Just one will be here till kingdom come. Oh, there we go. Thank you. So here, the Nine of Pentacles. See, there's something that is starting to come together. Or something you're grounding. So this is you bringing something together, and with emotionally wise as well. So I feel like there are 3 people involved with bringing this together, and it's like friendships here, and there's a sense of happiness as well. So whatever it is, it's like, but I do feel like, hydration, making sure you're getting lots of fresh fruit and vegetables as well. That is going to help bring this together as well. You feeling in good all around, basically. So I'm hearing like in mind, body and spirit, basically, in that sense as well, is bringing that together. And the Nine of Pentacles, this is you like sitting back and actually like looking at what you've achieved and where you're wanting to go. So this kind of like, I feel like once you get going, this will start to you start to see something coming together, and looking back at what you have achieved, it's like, yes, something is coming together. And and it's like in wonderment of actually where you've come from to where you've been, where you've been, from where you've come from to where you've been to where you are now. Wow. So we'll see what comes up for this one, their brothers and sisters, and see what they have to say here. Okay, what do you have to say here? What's coming up for them? We'll take that one because it's jumped out. The Knight of Swords. So I feel like something is moving quite quickly here. So, and it may be feeling like, it could be feeling, because this card can come in with a quite an overwhelming energy with the Knight of Swords, but something is moving, and I feel like something is, it's good to get moving, but I feel like in your mind you'll maybe really want to get something moving, or somebody else is trying to bring something through, and maybe feeling a little bit overwhelming. It's like, whoa, hang on a minute. Whoa. And I just really need to like gather my thoughts in first before I make a decision, and or to go this way, that way, or do this or whatever, or just to comprehend it, as to what is going on here before you make the next move. And there, so, and that's kind of where they're going with this one here. So just, not rushing it, but even though you maybe, with whatever, there may be that energy to get moving, it's okay, going with the flow of it, but making sure that you are like taking a good look at whatever is going on before you take that, make that decision or take those next steps. It's not saying that it's wrong, but it's not saying, it's just saying wherever this movement is going or this change is happening, why this energy has come through. It just means there's sometimes it's kind of like, you've prepared to a certain degree, but next minute, to a certain amount, but then when something happens, it's like, oh, I'm not quite ready. So it's like that sort of energy, but you're just wanting to double check, basically, is what I'm hearing there. And the Six of Swords here, so there seems to be, this is in reverse. So there's something here when, like generally this card talks about, moving away from something, or you've been guided away into a certain direction. So I'm hearing like, feeling and hearing actually not to resist, but just to go with the flow, okay? And allow yourself to just explore that. So because something may come up here and you may be holding on to making that decision for too long. So it's kind of like, and you may turn it into something more of a fear-based thing rather than just like, okay, I'm curious, and I'm just wanting to, I think, it feels right, but you may be going, and it maybe feels, something may be feeling not quite right, but I feel like there is something about in the background that maybe they're not quite right, maybe more overriding than what it should be or could be, to at least explore it, because this one here is talking about, resisting. I feel what it's talking about is resisting, like you believing in yourself, and moving in, and taking that rest, or just taking that leap of faith in a way, to actually like just take a break. But, I'm hearing like even this one is to, just so you can see clearer, and just basically you can allow yourself to go with the flow of this. And because I feel like if I turn that up the right way, there's something, something is moving away, or you're moving away from some sort of strife, something that anyway that maybe has been around this area that is holding you back, basically, or you've let hold you back. So there's something about making a decision, but also not overthinking it, and moving into your power, okay, or your making, but that's what happens when we make decisions, and we clear decisions and that sort of thing. You kind of feel like a little bit more in our power, or more in our power in the sense of, okay, I've made that decision, I know more clear about where I'm going, or the direction, basically. So, but that is your power, basically, is you have that power to decide whatever it is that you need to do. So what I'm hearing, because the Six of Swords are just reiterating that again, is something is moving away, or you're moving, guiding you to move away from something, not running away. I don't feel like sometimes this card can say like you're running away from something, but it could be depending on where your mindset is. But it's not running away from it, but it's just like moving away from it. Okay. I do feel like you're more guided too. So it's like coming, not allowing yourself to overthink that on saying that, but this is about you believing in yourself and taking this little bit of a break here to allow yourself to release it, basically. So it may be that you're just needing this disappointment that is whatever it was, that was connected, or just letting go of something, okay? Because something may pop up, and it's like that. This is about, I'm hearing not resisting, basically, exploring it, taking a break from it. Okay, what have we got here? The last card for this one lot here with the family, with the parents. So what have we got here? There's another card coming out from the parents and the family here, and just being you. Wow, it's taking a while to come out, so I'm just going to do one more shuffle this way, and I'm going to choose one otherwise. Okay, that way. Okay, oh. No, that's just too much. So there may be a whole lot of stuff going on there that I want to say, but let's just sum it up, please, Spirit. All right, really? Seriously? Okay, let's just sum it up. Okay, what do you have to say? What is coming through here to wind up this reading for Capricorn? Okay. I'm going to do 3 more, and if nothing comes out, I'm just going to choose one. I'm going to make that choice for you, but you can guide me. Okay, there. Okay, the Ace of Cups. They're talking about shifting your perspective and being in your own, and there's a shift in the way that you're feeling emotionally, seeing things emotionally, and down that path. Or there's a new emotional path, basically. And I feel like there's something that you're feeling, your perspective and your perception shifts emotionally, and how you deal with things. And it's interesting because we've got this King of Cups here. So something, it's like you can lead the way, but this is a new journey for you, in the way that you are leading the way as well, like stepping up to the platform, basically, or taking the next step up for yourself, but also for others around you as well. So I feel like somebody or somebodies have been in a way waiting, but in some ways, but it's like, but now I feel like it's for some of you it's like, okay, I've got to take the bull by the horns now, and believe in myself and just be me, whatever that is. Okay, so maybe that you're teaching something, sharing something, not just with your family but with others in the, you know, the wider community, or bigger than that, you know, whatever it is, but you taking, you know, taking the lead basically. Okay. Woo, cool. I'm going to leave that there with you now, Capricorn. So I will see you in mid-October with just something to actually messages that will just like maybe zhuzh this up, keep you on your keep you in your flow and flowing along there, and a little bit more encouragement and maybe a little bit more information there for you to help you along the way. Okay. Anyway, bye for now. Or ka kite.